Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name is Gina and I'm just starting off this channel. It would be great if you could like the video or subscribe. So today I'm gonna be talking about the time that I saw my dad, which wasn't really my dad. It's a scary story, so if you're faint of heart, which is not too scary, it is a true story, happened to my brother and I. So where I was living, I'm no longer living there anymore because I live with my boyfriend now, but my mom still lives there, and so does my younger brother. I had just woken up. I think it was around like 8 in the morning, I believe. It was a Saturday, I know that. And I got up and walked out to the hallway because my room led to the hallway to go to the kitchen. And I woke up and I saw my dad. And I was like, "Hi Dad, good morning." He didn't even look at me, no acknowledgement, nothing. He didn't acknowledge me at all. Didn't say hi back. Just stood there. He was like, let's say he was like probably this far from me, not even that far. He was like arm length apart from me. But I didn't touch him. I just said hi Dad or good morning Dad, something around those lines. And he didn't answer me. He just stood there. And my brother came out of my mom's room and he was like, "Hi Dad," and then nothing again. We were like really surprised because we didn't understand what was going on. So we just looked at each other in shock. We really didn't understand what was going on. So anyways, we just looked at each other with a weird expression, like, is he mad at us or did we do something? Did he wake up in a bad mood? Because it was Saturday and it was early, so we were like thinking that maybe he was mad that we woke him up because we were too loud, or something like that. But honestly, I don't know. We just thought he was mad. So we just looked at each other and he walked away. But keep in mind, he never turned to us. We just knew that was our dad. And he was wearing a white shirt. So anyways, we go to my mom's room and we tell her what's wrong with Dad. And then she's like, "What do you mean?" And my brother's like, "Is he upset at us? Is he mad at us?" And my mom was like, "What are you talking about?" And we're like, "Because we just said hi to him and he doesn't answer us. He just walked away from us." And she looked at us like, "What are you talking about?" Like, she looked a little freaked out too. And we just looked at each other and we're like, duh, we just said hi to our dad that we just saw in the hallway. Well, she just looks at us for a while and then she's like, "Oh, stop playing with me." And she gets back to doing whatever she was doing. And my brother gets mad and he's like, "We're not playing with you. Is he mad?" And then my mom's like, "He's not even home." And we just look at each other and we tell my mom at the same time, "He is home." And then, because we had just saw him. And she's like, "Okay, well, if he's home, what's he wearing?" Because I saw what he was wearing. And then my brother and I at the same time said, "White shirt." And then she looked at us and she's like, "That's not what he wore to go to work today." And we looked at each other and we're like, "Well, how can he be at work if we just said hi to him?" And he literally just walked away from us and ignored us. And then she was like, "No, he's at work." And in that same second, my brother walks out from his room and he's talking on the phone to my dad. So he's on the phone and I hear my dad's voice. My brother hears my dad's voice too, and we're just like really surprised. And he's just talking to my little brother. And I tell my mom, "Is he really at work?" And she's like, "Yeah." And my brother puts him on speaker and we're like, "Hi Dad, what are you doing?" He's like, "Trabajando," working. And we just, honestly, we were just really scared. We didn't understand what just happened because my brother and I had just seen him. And that was like the first time that something like that had ever happened to us. And my mom was like, "It's okay, don't worry about it. You guys probably just didn't see anything. You guys probably just saw like a reflection from the outside," but it just didn't make sense. But yeah, anyways, we were like actually pretty shocked. We got over it pretty quick. But then later that day, I want to say like 2-3 hours later, my brother's door was cracked open a little bit and he was like, "Oh, let's go to my room so we could watch a movie or play a board game." I forgot what it was, but he said, "Let's go to my room." So I went with my brother to his room, but before we opened it, the door was cracked about this much and we saw a white sleeve, like a short sleeve up to here. We saw one. And I didn't want to go into the room. I didn't want to go into the room. He didn't even want to go into the room. And then from then on, that night, I think we slept in my room. I made him sleep with me. And it was just weird because we saw something move in his room. So then after that, we told my mom and she just blew it off again like nothing had happened, and that was fine to us. We had gotten over it. It was probably like a week ago when the incident happened, but after that his room became the room nobody would want to go into, the like the scary room, so a room nobody just would want to go into. Nobody wanted to go in there because it was a weird vibe. It was scary. That room was technically supposed to be my brother Junior's and my younger brother Andrew's room. They were supposed to share it, but Andrew got a weird vibe off of that room, so he switched to a different room because he didn't like the feeling of it. And then as time progressed, my brother Junior that was sleeping in his room, that room that we're saying became the forbidden room, he started to feel weird. He said that sometimes he couldn't sleep at night because he felt people were watching him, and he would come to my room and ask if he could sleep on my floor because he was scared to sleep in his room. Or sometimes I would go to sleep with him in the living room on the couch so he wouldn't have to be alone because he was scared to be in his room for a time. Then there was even a point where my aunt had to come sage the house because the house was just feeling weird. Holy water and some sage was brought because it was feeling weird. The house was honestly not feeling right. It felt dark, gloomy. It was just a really weird vibe. So anyways, that all passed, and then a lot of things with the white shirt started occurring. Again, in my brother's room, I myself saw someone with the white shirt when I was alone. So when I was alone, again, his door was cracked a little bit because we always leave our doors like that. It was cracked open a little bit. I was alone by myself. Everyone I think was at the store, and it was a Sunday, and I had no dogs, anything to keep me company, nothing. I was just by myself watching TV. All of a sudden, I hear something in the laundry, but I don't really pay attention to it. I just get up to pick up what fell, and as I'm walking, I see a white shirt in his room. I thought my brother was home. I thought he was home. I thought I was alone until I saw that. I really thought it was my brother. So I go to the room and I open it. I'm like, Junior, all excited. No one's in there. I totally freak out. And when I freak out, I like run outside. I dashed out there. And as soon as I got outside, I called my mom. And I told my mom, Mom, someone's in the house. You need to come home right now. But she was driving, so she passed the phone to my uncle. And I let him know, Jonathan, someone's here at my house. You need to come, please, please, please. He's like, okay, stay there. We'll be there in a couple minutes. They get there in a couple minutes and they search the house top to bottom. No one. There's no one at the house. And I was just freaked out after that. And there's so many instances where things happen with the white shirt. And I have so many stories of other things too, not just the white shirt. Lots of things have happened at my house because I live on an old farm. I think it was made, I want to say in 1905. I'm actually not sure. I think it was 1905 to 1910. It was made around then, and it's a farm, no neighbors, nothing. It's just silent. Lots of freaky things have happened there. So if you liked the video, we're gonna leave it at that. Go ahead and subscribe or like the video. You don't have to, but it would mean so much to me. And I'm gonna be posting every Tuesday and Friday just to let you guys know, so you guys can watch me more often. And that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching me.